Anime Bad Guy here with Rimuru Slime to give my rating and thoughts on Dragon Ball Super Hero. Grade wise, if you don't want to listen to the commentary, I will give it a B plus for Dragon Ball Z fans. I will say A, but B plus for any other individuals that watch the movie. I think the usage of the CG animation for Dragon Ball Heroes was done really well. Yeah, I get used to it in the beginning. It kind of was off-putting, but I enjoyed it because I rather have just one kind of pace of flow, and I did like the idea of them using 2D images for past reflection. So it kind of shifted to tell the difference between what's past looking and what is actually currently established and moving forward. So I really enjoyed that. A lot of times when I think we don't think three-dimensional but flat and looking at things. So I thought I liked that. So spoiler alerts. There's gonna be all spoilers, and this is my thinking. I think first off, if you're a Gohan and Piccolo fan, this is the movie for you. I think they did a really great job highlighting. I saw both the sub and dub. Previous week sub, this week dub with my friend. Sub last week with my brother. I like this subbed better than dubbed. There were some things that seemed a little different from my recollection of thinking, but overall, same context of the story. It looked like you can get a more feel. So, in my interpretation of information, I'll try to combine both of them in a sense. But Gohan and Piccolo, and in all honesty, and it's more of a legacy story to me of the passing of the torch. If you look at it, because Jor-El passed on to his grandson, the Red Ribbon Army guy. His name, but he has a son pass on the torch to him. King Piccolo, Kami to Piccolo, Goku to Gohan. There's also Pan, and so on. So it's just like, to me, there's this passing of the torch kind of idea. So in regards to the story, Dr. Joe's grandson, I'm butchering the name, but he basically joins the Red Ribbon Army for monetary reasons. Even though the information was all they try to do their best to say Bulma is a bad organization, but most of that, the grandson kind of figured it out. All he cared about was money, so he can fund his project to create his android, which he creates later in the line Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, and also Cell Max, which has the form of Cell in the second form. I believe other people commented on it that made Toriyama picked it because that's the form he liked the most. Myself I don't really care. In regards to that, I know a lot of people like Cell, but my thing is, if they took the data, it would make more sense that it would be his first form, not the perfect Cell, but his first form. But besides that, second form was fine. Being bigger, it makes sense that they went with the bigger form, but it starts with Piccolo. First started with introduction to the Red Ribbon Army, about the legacy. It also has information in regards to Dragon Ball Fighter. A certain android turns out to be, in the movie, Jor-El's wife. So, little Easter egg for the Dragon Ball Fighters individuals that know about that. They like Oreos, I think. Product placement Oreos was one of the main keys. Dr. Joe's grandson likes that. The two bad guys, what's his name? But the grandson of Dr. Joe, and then his lackey likes Oreos, and also Pan likes Oreos. There was a joke in there I didn't understand. Sorry for the tangent, but this is how I think somewhat. About Piccolo and these dolls, and I didn't really understand the joke. I'm assuming he has them because Pan likes the dolls, so he has a whole bunch of them, but I'm not sure why he has them. But he trains Pan, and then Pan goes off to a nursery, goes to the story, an event happens, Piccolo finds out, he runs into Gamma, they fight each other, Gamma wins, but Piccolo gets away using strategy, follows him, finds out there's a great plot that Dr. Drow's grandson created, both Gamma 1 and 2, who are as strong as Goku, and strong as Goku and Vegeta, plus there's Cell Max, who's actually really stronger than all of them. So knowing this, he calling out Goku for help, but finds out he's with Whis, training with Broly. So we get a scene of that. Very funny. Them fight, training there. Broly, what's her name? Both of the people from Broly movie are in there. That becomes friend of the Broly, the old man, and the cute green girl. I'm so bad with names. Turns out that's Beerus type, so he lets her stand and let the old grandpa guy stay because he can cook. Vegeta is trying to learn how to access using energy sparingly. So with them sparring, but before they spar, they eat food and they spar. Broly still trying to learn his temperament, so I think he's trying to access his rage so he can fight without blowing things up. Moving on, they move from there back to Piccolo. Piccolo goes, talks to Bulma, asks them to call Whis. They're not able to track them because she's looking for the device. Things happen. When they try to call him, they eat ice cream and Beerus covers the machine so they couldn't see them. So they can't rely on Goku, so they have to rely on Gohan. So the idea is the whole aspect of Gohan needs to be ready and trains, and then hopefully Gohan can become stronger. Kind of points it out, this imagery. But Piccolo takes every steps necessary to try to make it happen. So he gets sensu beings. He goes to Dende to unlock his ability, but finds out that he's past the age. So it's weird, the translation. The Japanese one seems like the age passing, that Piccolo missed the age pass, but in the English dub it said Dende is not old enough to do it. And there's also another weird translation where they skipped it, where Dende's like, why don't we wish the red ribbon to be destroyed, but that's too simple. But Piccolo Dende never brought up the aspect of destroying the red ribbon army, because in reality the dragon wouldn't be strong enough to accomplish that wish, because again the wish only can destroy things that are within its range, so it wouldn't be able to destroy Gamma 1 or 2, I don't think, or even Cell Max. So that's kind of weird that they brought up that in the English dub and trying to say, well, that's Piccolo's the easy route. So Piccolo gets his unlock Hīrō ability, which I find is fine because he's always training, and some people might not like the power boost, but this is an emergency, and sometimes you have to call all your cards and use everything you have access to, and that's how Piccolo is. He's always been like that. He's a character that always does that. He's training, he has everything he do, and he always looks to the max of what he can accomplish to make things happen. So if he has his Dragon Ball to unlock that, his ability to make him stronger, he did that. Bulma gets her other 2 wishes. She's been using the Dragon Balls for. If you saw Broly, you find out that she wanted a wish to make herself younger. So she's using cosmetic surgery with the Dragon Ball. So not with cosmetic, but basically making her young looking. Like She wishes her butt to be firm, so she got her wish to make her butt firm, and then longer eyelashes. So we have ridiculous wishes. But it's kind of funny. Fits within Bulma's aspect. She's been kind of a character like that. She wished for a boyfriend, remember? So nothing really changed. But as a same spec, I think she does it to make her man happy. So Vegeta fans probably all appreciate that. So Piccolo goes off to go get Gohan. Not Gohan. He goes back. They decide to go try to take out Gohan, and they use Pan. There's a funny scene with the guy, this big, strong, muscular guy that comes to pick up the daughter, and he gets one shot by Pan, and then Piccolo picks her up, and he comes out of the ship, and the guy's like, "Did you put the handcuffs on her?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Don't tell anybody about this." The aspect of him getting beat up by Pan. So, and then Pan makes this little cute little picture of her kidnapped scene. He's like, "Hey, Dad, help me!" She calls the cat thing she likes, so they have those cat things too. So I'm not sure it's a product placement or whatever, but these cat things are all over the place. I'm not sure what they're from. They're probably from something, but I'm not familiar with it. I'm not sure if there's an inside joke, if they relate to some kind of special Japanese hero thing. Don't know. She wanted to get Oreos, but they didn't let her get Oreos. It's kind of sad. And then they went to get Gohan. There's a funny scene with Gohan. They go visit him. The same Arnold-looking muscle guy points a gun at him. And then he closes the window. He said, "Don't think I'll shoot you." And Gohan flicks his gun out of his hand. It's very funny. And then he finds out that he plays a scene of his daughter saying, "Help me, rescue me, my dad." And Gohan comes out, raging, breaks the thing, busts out. I'm assuming it's Super Saiyan 2, but I'm not sure. Maybe Super Saiyan 1. Busts the ground, starts making his house tip over into the hole. The guys panic, hurt him. So they follow him to the hideout. They go to the hideout. Gohan blows up the ship to go try to fight Pan. Piccolo, of course, saves the muscle Arnold guy so he don't die. And he fights Gamma 1. Gamma 1's pretty powerful. Gohan fights him. He turns to Super Saiyan 2. Still can't beat Gamma 2. Piccolo tries to increase his strength by making it look like he's hurting Pan. Gamma 2 calls it out, but Gohan sees it. Goes to Ultimate Gohan. Fights Gamma 1. Then Gamma 2 is back involved. Piccolo gets involved and they fight each other. And them fighting Gamma 1, even Ultimate Gohan, Gamma 2 is handled. They're pretty much equal. And he was on 82. He's at 83%. So these robots have ability to energy. They're not like Android 17 or 18, which have infinite energy, but they have a certain amount of energy, but they can fight 100% until no energy. So that's their special ability. And it looked like the Android 1 Gamma can learn skills and adapt when fighting. So that was something. So eventually you start overpowering Ultimate Gohan. Gohan Super Saiyan 2. Even when you fight Ultimate Gohan, they're equal. So finding out later that they're not the bad guys. 2 fights Piccolo. Piccolo gets beaten. Then he transforms to Orange Piccolo. And he beats up him with one punch. So I think it's funny in the sense that the 1 and 2, I guess, are maybe representative Goku and Vegeta. So I'm assuming 1 is supposed to be Goku, not Vegeta, and 2 is supposed to be Goku because of the way they act. But I don't know. Like, ideally, Goku wears red, right? And Vegeta wears blue. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So I'm assuming that's what it is. So after they do that, they find out that who's the real bad guy. The Red Ribbon Army releases Max. Before releasing Max, he gets killed by a little bee that you see in the first beginning about Dr. Haro talked about, and he stings the Red Ribbon Army's, the main leader of the Red Ribbon Army, not the Red, but his son, and he dies. Before he dies, he lets go Max. Max is freed, overpowered, but he gave him a weakness, so he has weakness on his head because just in case something bad happens, I guess the way to be able to defeat it. They all work together. It's pretty cool. They highlight other characters that came by because Bulma comes with Android 18, Krillin, and Goten and Trunks. They come to the scene to help out. They do fusion. The fat form, actually, they messed up, and they actually were the first one to damage his head. Really awesome scene they did in regards to the fight where Gamma 2 flies all the way to the top and comes flying down. Amazing. Also, when they first introduced Cell Max coming out, for me, I think the music they picked kind of gave me a feeling of the Terminator. Dun 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 dun. Like here's the Terminator coming out, and the Terminator is kind of like he's a robot, but he's like an android kind of because he has human flesh too. But I don't know if you consider he's more of a cyborg, but robot I mean. But I think that's where I got feeling, so it's pretty cool. So they start fighting him, were able to beat it. Breaks his arm, damages him, but doesn't kill him. And then everyone sets in. Piccolo protects his body before he gets stepped on. Turns to orange. Piccolo still can't beat him. Grows, gives a homage to him growing up, them fighting each other. It gave me a feeling of the Lord Slug aspect, the movie Lord Slug, and then they fight, and then they gave homages. I think there's probably a lot of homages to all the other Dragon Ball Z stuff in the series, where the Radix series, where at the end, Gohan, Piccolo captures, holds Max in a position to get special beam cannon, but instead of going through and killing both him and Piccolo, it just hits the target. So showing like the aspect of being able to surpass the master, or the passing of the torch kind of aspect, which I really like. But yeah, Piccolo gets beating. Piccolo gives Gohan the Senzu Bean to get stronger, to power up, and he tells Gohan, you unleash your power. And Gohan is powering up, but he's not able to reach the level that Piccolo wants, and then he gets beat up by Cell Max, loses his arm. Everyone try to help him because it looks like Piccolo's dying. Gets sent up, blasted, comes falling down, and boom, catches him holding his arm. Picture perfect, like Goku holding Nappa in his arm. It's like these are classic scenes in Dragon Ball, but it's like flipped over. And Gohan saw this as a kid too, so I was like, and remember it's a scene like that. He thought Piccolo was dead, and then what happened? He released himself, and I tell you, I thought for a second that he did Ultra Instinct when I first saw it. I was like, what the heck is this? But finding out it's actually a different form. So he transforms. Cell Max sees him, throws Piccolo to the side, and runs up and gets a power punch. The echo energy goes to it, doesn't even move him, and then what's called Berserker Gohan, Beast Gohan kicks him, sends him flying, and gives a remembrance of when Cell almost like puked out androids. I think 17 when he hit him, but because he has no androids, he's not really gonna puke. So he flews out, hits damage, falls down, and then he gets pissed off, charges this huge energy ball, and it shrinks down to like this little black hole vortex. But then Piccolo gets involved, as I stated earlier, captures him, holds him. Special beam cannon from Gohan. Remnants of Radix and Goku with Piccolo, but instead of going to the stomach, shoots him in the head, kills him. They all run. Cell Max destroys, blow up the area, and it ends. I think they did a great job. Power scaling wise, they talked about if Goku was there, that they might not still would have won. I'm not sure about that, but my assumption is Gamma 1 and 2 would have had a fought, so they wouldn't be on their side. So damaging Cell Max, I don't think none of them would have been able to damage Cell Max. But if Gohan transformed, maybe. So it's kind of interesting to think about that. And then I think later on, I think Piccolo said Gamma 1 and 2 are the same in strength as Gohan. And I believe other people talked about it, but remember, Piccolo was also, this takes place after Broly. I'm not following the manga. Piccolo was at the scene of Broly, so he knew how strong Goku and Vegeta was, so that's something to put in mind. And Piccolo's pretty good on power gauging. I think that's one character in regards to other characters and who he fights. Because remember, he's the one who also figured out how strong Android 17 was, as well as other characters. So Cell as well in his first form, and otherwise, I think besides that, I think they did a great job. At the end, they had Vegeta beat Goku. I guess homage of him first finally beating it, and Broly and the old man crying is the fans cheering, because in reality, I don't think Vegeta will ever beat Goku. But with certain cuffs, Vegeta actually beat it, so he actually beat Goku fair and square. So that was pretty cool to see that happen, and it showed that Goku was kind of shocked about that too. So I recommend you watch the movie and support them. They are #1 last week, which is awesome to see an anime to be #1. I don't think it's surprising, especially with the way things are going on in the world, with agendas and stuff. So sometimes people just want to watch something good, right? And that's something I feel that everyone, especially in the anime community, enjoys. So either dubbed or sub, doesn't matter. They're good. I think you'll enjoy both of them. And thank you for joining me. Catch you guys later. Anime bad guy. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.